I am now introducing Insane Ian. Achievement unlocked!
Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane Ian. I am a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician. Because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here. I hope. It doesn't really matter, though. You're here, and I'm happy for that. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first time joining us, yes, I'm a comedy musician, and I react to comedy music specifically, and what that means to you is that I'm going to pause the video. Kind of often, actually. This way I'm not laughing over the jokes and missing things, but also sometimes so I can discuss and analyze things, because that's kind of what I do here on this show. I'm talking about how well the lyrics work in tandem with the visuals, how the visuals enhance the lyrics, because it is comedy music, and as we all know, comedy is funny. You want the visuals to help enhance what's going on with the music. Sometimes that means explaining the jokes, because that's always fun for people, and sometimes that means just sitting back and laughing my damn head off. It's a crapshoot whatever you're gonna get, but I think it's a good time either way. This week, we are reacting to a very frequently requested song here, Beautiful Mind by Tom Cardy and Brian David Gilbert. Sorry, new tongue, just had it replaced. This one's been requested quite a lot. I've been expecting this song for quite a few months now. Back in July, I heard that they had just filmed this. Tom Cardy was in LA and filming with Brian David Gilbert and Ninja Sex Party. So a lot of the things that were filmed at that point have just come out now. I remember that it was July because I was in LA at the same time, hoping I would run into Tom Cardy or Ninja Sex Party or Brian David Gilbert at any of the points, and of course I didn't. Damn it. But if this is the kind of thing that you do like, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, and all sorts of other cool things like that there. Anyway, yes, they, Tom Cardy, I think, either Tom or Brian released a picture on Instagram of Brian in Tom's outfit, which is usually the singlet and the shorts. That was a very interesting photo of Brian dressed as Tom Cardy, so we were all very excited to see what that collab would be, and now that is this. So let's dive in, shall we?
Please take a seat.
Never really done this before.
That's okay. Just tell me the first thing that comes into your head.
Okay, the first thing that comes into my head is that Brian David Gilbert shrank when he sat on the couch. He seems much smaller than that couch is. It seems like he might be green screened into that room, which is weird. Clearly they were filming at their own places, or perhaps Tom Cardy is just on a green screen too, to emulate his place. That's interesting. And apparently this is a teletherapy kind of thing, you know, doing it via Zoom or phones or whatever. Yeah.
Dolphins dressed in monocles with bunny top hats that cover up their blowholes. Clouds with faces but they're upside down so it looks like their rain is hair.
Okay, so we're going through Rorschach tests. That's amazing. Just putting it to music the way that Tom Cardy does, it's brilliant. And the therapist character that Brian David Gilbert is playing is just like, hell yeah, all of these are great things. Like, very, very descriptive as to what you're seeing in the Rorschach test. Rorschach tests, for people who might not know, are just ink blobs, and they're not meant to be anything specific. It's all up to the interpretation of whoever is looking at them, and that's supposed to give you an idea into the psyche of the person who interprets what those ink blobs mean. They don't often mean anything. It's always just, you know, what do you see? My parents fighting. You know, whatever.
Dolphins dressed in monocles with bunny top hats that cover up their blowholes. Clouds with faces but they're upside down so it looks like their rain is hair. Santa Claus going down to Jim
Wait a minute. Santa Claus going down a chimney. But the chimney's a cigarette and the house is a man. So Santa Claus in a man's cigarette. That's a long way of saying that, I think.
In the house is a man. Bowling balls made out of peanut butter, but there's the bubbles in a big rubber bubble balls. You got a beautiful mind. So sit back and enjoy the show. How did we both end up here? I don't know.
Green screens. The Doctor is Sonic. Like the Hedgehog. As with every Tom Cardy song, it's a goddamn bop. Like, it's almost a call and response, and Brian David Gilbert stuff is just the response portion of it. I'm anxious to see what else he brings to it, but already, just the descriptions of the Rorschach test, just... See, again, this is something I've talked about before. List songs, songs that are just listing things. This is basically a list song. You're listing all the weird things that you're seeing, and because it's a Rorschach test, you're making it anything. It's any bizarre shit you can think of to put in a song. Just, yeah, that's such a great well for comedy, just to be, here's all the random, bizarre bullshit I can think of to put in a thing. That's great. I love that. Let's rewind it a little here. And yes, because I knew they filmed together, that's how he's suddenly in the same room with them. Clearly they were both green screened into their locations before. I don't know why they felt the need to green screen Brian there when it's his house and he could have just sat on the couch, but whatever. It works for the illusion.
I don't know.
It's just Jimmy Fallon with a hat on. Hey, nice Kiki's Delivery Service poster back there.
What do you see?
Oh. Wow, like all of his insecurities and then random, like, you know, you're not going to be good at anything, but also maybe you're going to win the award for Best Psychiatrist, and also, why does he keep watching Speed 2? It is the inferior sequel. I just watched Retribution, because apparently I'm a sadist. That Liam Neeson movie where he has a bomb in his car, it's basically the Simpsons sketch, The Car That Couldn't Slow Down. That's neither here nor there. I don't know why I brought that up now. Just correlation with the lyric. That's... words and things make me think of stuff. Anyway. Rewind it again.
What do you see?
Also, took his sweater. Took his sweater, not his glasses and sweater. Now I'm Tom. Just, yeah. Can't you say I love you dearly? Ooh, that's got some good rhymes. Kind of rhymes, but just like the vowel consonant sounds are very pleasing. Bugles playing flugelhorn, bugle. It's just good. You don't hear that kind of thing often in lyrics or natural speech, but it's a great line to me. And I'm rambling at this point. I'm sorry for people who are watching this for any other reason. You're getting me rambling, and deal with it. It's fine. Yeah, beagles eating bugles while a poodle plays the flugelhorn. That is like an improv warm-up phrase. It's the kind of thing you say before you're going to act, and you want to warm up your mouth to get ready to say lines. It's like a tongue twister almost. It's just, he thrust his fist against the post and still insists he sees the ghost. That kind of shit. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. That kind of weird thing that actors do. As an actor, I know. It's just, that's a good one. I like that. I hope to remember it to do when I need to do that kind of thing. Horny foreman foraging for mushrooms in an ice storm. Horny foreman is already elicits visuals that shouldn't be. This is good stuff. Also, the dissolve of him opening his mouth and Tom coming out of it. Good editing.
Beagles eating beagles while a poodle plays the poodle. Horny foreman foraging for mushrooms in an ice storm. Big pies with big eyes and big thighs. Anaconda in a condescending disguise.
Anaconda in a condescending disguise. Wow. So this is what Brian David Gilbert is supplying here. Both of them excellent lyricists. I hope they each wrote their own parts. We know how Tom does interesting rhymes in terms of phrase, but Brian's section here really hits a lot of fun internal rhymes for me. Again, the bugle fuel horn thing. A lot of his verse here is really just hitting that good happy place in the brain chemicals for me.
Sandra Bullock, specifically from Speed 2, fighting with my best friend's aunt at a barbecue. A frog doing his taxes while he sits on a swing. But that's just what I see. I could see the same thing.
Okay. And now we get to the thing. Again, this is the working in threes. You've got the one person giving, like I said before, comedy in threes works really well as a comedy device, but it also works really well in a song form of comedy music because, you have your initial concept, you have the escalation of that concept, and then you have it pulled to an extreme in the third thing, and it works well in comedy music because usually comedy music is 3 verses and chorus in between. So that idea is kind of done really well in a duet here because you have Tom's verse, and then you have Brian's verse, and then you have, I assume, what will be the combined verse of them working together on that. And also just built on the theory of they both see bizarre shit, and they both see the same thing in the same Rorschach test. Also, the bring back of Speed 2 in that moment is just an extra nice thing for me. As many of you predicted, I love this, as we knew I would, but, I love the weird stuff like this.
Sandra Bullock, specifically from Speed 2, fighting with my best friend's aunt at a barbecue. A frog doing his taxes while he sits on a swing. But that's just what I see. I could see the same thing. I can see my destiny. And the man learning how to water ski.
Not a dog on a water ski, that's from a different song. I see the past and the future as one. My mind's eye can see into the future as what's going to come, as well as what we've come from, and also there's a bee holding a weapon. Brilliant.
14 gerbils in a kiddie pool.
Yes. Robot crying softly on a bar stool.
Yes. Santa's elves unionize an awful.
Yes. Gimli locking limbs with a cute troll.
Yes. A lawyer and a mother bubbles underwater.
Okay, there was that amazing dissolve. Okay, so the thumbnail for this, and also, I guess the single image, the image for the single of this song, is Tom on one half and Brian David Gilbert on the other, so it's split down the middle, beard on one side, just mustache on the other, and there was a dissolve there that did that. Both of them wearing the sweater and sitting next to each other with the glasses, you can see it a lot too. I don't know if I'm going to capture that dissolve well with pausing, and I can't do it by frame because for whatever reason, when people tell me, "Oh, you just use the comma and the period keys, and that'll advance you by frames," doesn't work for me for whatever reason. Sorry, y'all. But I can only advance by either 10 seconds or 5 seconds when I hit the keys. So sorry. Yeah, this is. Yeah. So you see it split there, and the beard is more on that side, and this is a good mind melt of a song, and also it's a bop, so it's like amazingly catchy and amazingly fucked up. So hooray! That's a good time for Ian, and hopefully you. That's just good times. A lawyer and a barber barter. Bubbles.
I don't think it looks like a tree. But if you
Okay, no, we got to take it back a little bit to appreciate that a little more, so that we can get into the lead up of that. That's another great thing that they did. Both of them do in their songs is like, here's all the comedy, and there's a build, and there's a build, and then it's gonna stop, so that we can have this kind of like weird. Oh wait, we actually do disagree on one thing here. It's a great element to throw into a song, especially it only really works in comedy songs, because you're going to have the music completely stop to have a different comedic moment rather than the lyrics come in. It's great.
14 dribbles in a kiddie pool. Yes. Robot crying softly on a bar stool. Yes. Santa's elves unionizing all the wall. Yes. Ghibli locking limbs with a cute troll. Yes. A lawyer and a barber bubbles underwater, and the lawyer and the barber disagree on the fee.
They kind of did it as a face morph, but that's great.
It's a beautiful tree. I don't see a tree. What do you see?
I don't think it looks like a tree.
Okay. But if you look, because if you
I
hold
don't think it looks like a tree.
I understand that, but I.
Well, it kind of looks like you and
There they are as a tree, and now BDG is in Tom Cardy's outfit. That was the picture we saw. Them in a tree shape now. That's amazing. Also, side note here, love the other posters on the wall too for the original Wicker Man and Phantom of the Paradise. Excellent stuff. Bravo, BDG. Or whoever dressed the set. Whatever. Fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. Wow. Wow. There is some incredible editing going on here. Some great After Effects work that, I don't know if you're specifically After Effects work, but great effects work, we'll say. Really good digital manipulation of like keying out certain parts of the face to have the other person's face come through on that, and then the head popping open with the other head in it. All the stuff that we saw, basically. Good stuff. Great editing. Again, doing what I was speaking about before, enhancing the song with the visuals. Really dig that. I want to see all of that again. Yeah, the little bits, like Tetris pieces. Just so fun. Wow. That is incredible. Music and lyrics by Tom Cardy, Brian David Gilbert, and Taras Hrub. I can't read the name because the name of the song is covering it. So I feel like I would butcher the pronunciation. So sorry about that. Video by Brian David Gilbert and Tom Cardy. Filmed by Karen Hahn, who films a lot of BDG stuff. And album art by Joy. That is an amazing illustration. That's the one I was talking about before. where it's the split face there. That is great. Also, the shirt is split too. Tom Cardy's outfit on one side and BDG's therapist or psychiatrist outfit on the other. That is a phenomenal song. I yammered about it for a long time. And this is on BDG's channel. This is not on Tom's channel. So if you want to check that out, of course, link is in the description below, like I always do. That was phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. If you did, please, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And of course, like I said, check out the original video, show them some support. Link in the description below. If you really want to help the channel out, consider supporting me on Patreon like these folks over here do. That way you can get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, all sorts of other cool stuff like that. Anyway, that's all this time. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.